All right, we are back again on the Octagon, 24th, 2024. AD, you got to put us on some game about that the Octo month. This going down. I know you got a good show coming up. Thank you again for joining us here today, Urban Matters. And I want to go ahead and give a shout out to the fellas right now, man, for joining us. We got Brother Dry Bones and we got the professor in the building. And we got a few more of the fellas coming in. Brother D. Let's give them boys a round of applause for joining us here. For joining us today here at Urban Matters Matter Live Chat. I am your gracious host, Dr. Juice. And we finna come at you again with a banger. Y'all see the screen, right? Free shit. We keep getting caught on this free shit, man. Getting caught in the mousetrap. We keep getting trapped. Every single election, we go through the same exact motions, or should I say emotions. Like the professor said, they keep us on some emotional crack. You know what I'm saying? They keep us on it, man. Let's get it. All right. Hey, if y'all like that beat right there, my son.
I like that beat, man. That's a nice beat.
My son did that for me. He put
Did
that beat.
he?
Yeah, you know he make music and stuff. He make beats and stuff, little hip
Okay.
hop beats and stuff. Yeah,
Okay.
man. Yeah, he one of them cats, man. I tell you, boy, you gonna live in my roof, boy. You gonna make something out of yourself. You feel me?
Well, no, that's right,
How
brother.
y'all guys doing today, man? We're gonna have a great show today, and the question we gotta ask today is why are the Democrats attacking the damn black men? I think they about to crash out, bro. What you think, bro? Drybone?
It's a crash and burn scenario. I mean, they need the fact that they had to bring out Obama
Mary.
and Clinton
Oh,
tells me she need help, and it wasn't for the elf of the Kennedy funeral, we wouldn't know how bad it is. Luckily, we got lip readers to say that hey, it's getting deep out there. So you know, it is what it is, man. She was never elected. I don't understand our people right now, but she was never elected.
never.
Even when she was in the first primary with Biden, she was never. Even when she quit, she quit. She's the first to quit. So her campaign was never strong. I don't know how they come to this conclusion. It's pure buffoonery. So I mean, I'm glad you're doing this program because we need to keep a analytical look at these next. Well, I think it's how many days? 13. How many days left? 12 or 13.
Let's see. It's the 24th, 25. Yeah, shit. We close to damn near 11, 12.
Okay, so we had 12 days left, 12 days of Christmas, and I like to say is this going to be a serious. And I think the black brothers, we waking up. I'm glad to see that because it's one thing we go to work, we try to take care of our families. We do the most black men. I don't know where they get this scenario, but most black men, regardless of what they are, from professional, non-professional to whatever they do, they love the kids they do make, and they try to do the best they can. In this economy, it's rough, and for them to be told by Obama, who's a multi-millionaire, probably
Right.
close to be a billionaire, between him and his wife, they billionaires. Between her, him, and
Absolutely.
Michelle, they billionaires. And live on Martha Vineyard to be telling black folks what they should be doing is almost calamity. Because
Absolutely.
how can you tell me to do this and you living in Martha Vineyard? And let me let people who got amnesia, because a lot of people got amnesia. But you do remember that when the governor from Texas sent them up to Martha Vineyards got rid of the immigrants within a day. So I have a hard time with black folks who can't comprehend the reality of this world. I mean, Martha Vineyards is where a lot of rich black people live. It's a lot of black people in Martha Vineyards,
Absolutely.
and for them to get rid of the immigrants immediately upon arrival tells me there's no compassion whatsoever for the common person. So that should tell me a lot right there. That tells me a lot right there.
So the black people got rid of the black people.
Right,
Wow.
right. Yeah, supposedly the black people. Yeah.
But they want to try to shame black American men because we got to the point to where we just got tired, man. I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of taking L's. I'm tired of being poor. Can that be the reason why a lot of black men are not voting for Kamala? Because she doesn't have any economic solutions. Every time you ask her a question, she just goes into this word salad rant and she just talks around. She goes to talking about her childhood. She goes to talking about, oh, she was she prosecuted all of these Mexican gangs. So I've always been tough on border.
Right.
Man did not ask you, have you been tough on the border, Command. The man asked you, what are you going to do? I heard this kid ask her today. The kid asked her, how much is it going to cost? How long is it going to take once you get in office to settle or find a solution for the border? And then he said, how much is it going to cost the taxpayers? Guess what she said?
What she said?
Look, Donald Trump, he had over 650 million that we couldn't access to build the wall. And then the one part where he does his photo op at, he did a photo op on the part of the wall that Obama installed.
Right. I heard that. That was crazy.
I'm like, when the what?
Yeah.
The man didn't ask you all of that.
Well, you
Why
know,
not answer a straight question, Dry Bones? Maybe you can fill us in on that.
well, she's a word salad, but I'm gonna say she is a very she ain't dumb. I'm gonna get that out of people's minds. She ain't dumb. She's a prosecutor. She's a lot of people in jail, so she ain't dumb.
Absolutely.
Her thing is she's been designed to put an agenda in where she want to make it incoherent, where you can't comprehend what she's doing. So you will feel when you go to the poll and vote for an incoherent person, that you got to ask yourself what that makes you. If she incoherent and you go into the poll, but she said today, which was very interesting, and she was on CNN. She looked ridiculous on CNN. I mean, she could not tell anybody. She skipped to Trump. Her whole agenda is to say Trump is a fascist. Well, let's go with that. She says Trump's a fascist. Well, she's a Marxist. Notice they never give you what they are. So if Trump's a fascist and she a Marxist, then we got to look at both what they're saying. Now, she does not try to tell her history of how she is a very progressive, pro-progressive individual. So, and then what she did was smart. I got to give her credit on what she's smart at. What she says she's not doing, Waltz is already doing. See, Waltz already got the bills in.
Waltz, you mean Tampon Tim?
Yeah,
Tampon Timmy?
Yeah. Tampon Timmy already got the laws in his state because they choose his state because that's where they did the George Floyd thing at to give the validity to propagate this type of action. They had to have some legislation. Tim Walsh was the legislation. He was the ones that. So now that you see what they did, the whole thing with George Floyd was to get the agenda in. Now, George Floyd was called not by black people. He was called on by Asian people. They got you thinking some white people did this. Asian people called on George Floyd. He went to an Asian because guess who rules black neighborhoods? Not blacks. Blacks only in Atlanta, mainly got businesses. That I hope you get into that one as we go on with this program. But the rest of the country is ruled by immigrants. That's black neighborhoods. Black neighborhoods got mainly immigrants businesses. That is primarily the business makers. So I looked at that. I said, wow. So you go look at Minnesota, and when they did the George Floyd thing, they had you thinking it was white. Or it was not white that called on George Floyd. It was Asians that called on George Floyd. So that goes to show you that people are not even aware of how this George Floyd bill came into effect, and it wasn't by blacks, it wasn't by whites, it was by Asians. So I don't understand this, how we can even not even have this conversation. But that's our people. They want to have the most mundane. I'm gonna say this word again: mundane type of conversation.
The mundane.
Yeah, the mundane. You know what I'm talking about.
The scripture talks about the mundane. They're gonna be the last ones to figure it out.
What a professor.
So speaking of CNN,
from a CNN panel after an appearance in Pennsylvania last night, she did join the network for a town hall. Before the event, her campaign said she hoped to lay out a vision of what her presidency would look like. Instead, critics say she deflected answers on topics from the border to the economy.
Fair use, CNN. We are doing scholarly education and entertainment.
Yeah. Some voters, though, might ask, you've been in the White House for 4 years. You were vice president, not the president. But why wasn't any of that done for the last 4 years?
Well, there was a lot that was done, but there's more to do, Anderson. And I'm pointing out things that need to be done.
Republicans would take another hour of Kamala Harris. We'd just press play, let her keep going. We'd pay for another hour to let her keep non-answering.
That damn Vanna Sims, boy. I mean, Vanna Jones right here. I can't. That joker there, he talking about Kamala trying to give us some hugs. He's just trying to give black men some hugs. She's trying to be our mom. What's wrong with that? Man, you need a hug, nigga. I don't need no hug. I need a check.
Answering the questions.
The things that would concern me is when she doesn't want to answer a question, her habit is to kind of go to word salad answers.
Well, I'll just tell you what I'm hearing from.
Hey, you see how they use the black grassroots talking points, word salad and reparations. That, bro, I'm telling you, these people are watching black men. Black men, let me just break something down real quick before I finish playing the rest of this video. Y'all don't understand y'all power. You don't understand when you wake up and you start taking charge and standing on business, your women will follow. They will get in alignment with you, black man. But see, we too busy on some goofball stuff all year long. So we're not being leaders. And now that we're standing up being leaders, I think that it's going to be a change this coming election in 2024. It's impossible for the Democrats to continue to deceive our people with black men now standing up and saying, hey, man, enough is enough. It has nothing to do with misogyny. Black men don't get anywhere being misogynistic. So that's out of the window. What's happening is the black man and the black woman are coming back in alignment with one another. And that's what's going on.
From people who I have been talking to, and that is that if her goal was to close the deal, they're not sure she did that.
Meantime, Trump is working to get out the vote in Georgia, where there has already been a record-breaking number of early votes that have been cast. Yesterday, he held 2 rallies just outside Atlanta.
Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? It was very unanimous, wasn't it? The answer is no. By any standard, the answer is no. And I'm here today with a message of hope for all Americans.
It is. Trump say he trying to bring hope. I'm telling you, I literally think that guy, Trump, is genuinely concerned about the trajectory of this country. I know, man, the guy may say some vulgar stuff and you may not have the best personality, but listen, I'm looking for a strong leader. I don't need personality. I'm not trying to play identity politics with my vote. I need somebody who's going to stand up in the paint and let us do our thing. Because, well, listen, I'm a businessman. I've been a businessman since when was it? I'm talking about 2013. I'll way off. I'll way the fuck off. 2013. I've been killing the game. But when Trump got in the office, bro, man, I'm telling you, man, my business took off like a rocket. I started being able to save. I started being able to see the profits building up in my business. And I promise you, bro, it couldn't have been 6 months after. And then when they shut everything down with that corona thing, They started shutting everything down when Joe Biden and them Democrats got in office in 2020, when it was 2021, something like that. Man, I had literally, my business was doing well, man. I had a limousine black car service, and that business in 2022, I think I had to dissolve it dry, because being that people wanted to socially distance themselves, they were not booking any types of transportation. Even Uber took a hit. You feel what I'm saying? So I took a tremendous hit, man. You know, I was able to, you know, apply for some PPP, but I didn't get anything what I should have got, you know. So
you see what happened to those people with PDP.
I
Again,
know.
a lot of them got arrested later on because, and here's another thing that
Yeah.
people don't talk about that's in the black community. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris hired more RS agents with military weaponry. So I don't know what they people are thinking here. I don't know if our people are delusional, which I do they are. But if you're gonna tell me that you're going for Kamala Harris, and now you can't tell me nothing she did, but I'll tell you what she did. Her and Biden put the IRS, they now have weapons. Now, what do you think they're gonna do with the weapons, everybody? The IRS is looking for you. Because I'm gonna tell you something. People don't like to hear the truth, but the facts do matter. It's like Urban Matters. You don't know that they don't. You don't think they know that they killed the person from Cash App. He's dead. They killed the Cash App man. Killed him. Now you gonna tell me you on Cash App and you ain't paying taxes, but Kamala Harris and Joe Biden got an RS agent army waiting for your ass. Now you gonna tell me you ain't thought about that? That's how you know you can't trust our people thinking. I know I don't. I cannot tell you more equivocally that anybody's gonna tell me they don't know that they hire IRS agents and what they gonna use for. What they did with PDP was a travesty. They got you to believe those who took advantage of it. I know people personally who went to jail. I know people personally, specifically Haitians, who I know here in South Florida, because I'm gonna be factual. I don't have to play with nobody. Y'all know.
Hey, Dragon, hold on 1 minute. We got the sheriff in the building. What's up, sheriff?
Yeah, how you doing?
What's going on?
Hey, everything okay today, man? Y'all having a very interesting show. Just sitting here with my homeboy from Lake Wales, and he was telling me about the show. So here I am, just listening to what's going on, man. Very interesting conversation.
Salute, Sheriff. Hey, I heard some great things you're doing out there, man, in Macon County out there, and I gotta get out there for a visit, man, because I love when one of our family from the hometown here in Florida doing this thing, and you're being professional, and you're starting to really make some changes and come up with some solutions. And I'm so proud. You know, my father and your father and all of them work together at Florida Natural. So you know, I'm from across the house, right? Brenda Johnson, that's my mom.
Right. Oh yeah, man, definitely. How you doing, man? It's been a long time.
Long time,
man. And our parents were great friends, man. And our families have been great friends over the years. I mean, everybody, man. It's nice to see you, brother.
Nice to see you, and I'm so proud to know you. That's the thing, though.
Well, I'm proud to know you, man, and we grew up together and had a lot of fun. And definitely Tuskegee is a very nice place, man. We have a lot going on in this little county, this little community, but, man, it's so full of history, man. You can't do nothing but be proud of Tuskegee, Alabama.
Thank you. Thank you for your service, Sheriff.
Thank you, brother. And I appreciate that and hope to see you soon.
Yes, sir.
You from Alabama, brother?
I'm from Lake Wales, man, and I'm the sheriff here. I'm from Lake Wales, Florida, Polk County down there, and I came to school up here to Tuskegee and have been here ever since. And I'm on my third term as sheriff of Macon County here. And as you know, this is where the first black sheriff since Reconstruction started, Amerson, back in 64, 65, man. And you can imagine how much trouble he had here being the sheriff back in those days. But of course, we all know Rosa Parks, the Tuskegee Airmen, you know, Lionel Richie, you know, all the Tuskegee Experiment. It's just so much history here, man, and it's a beautiful place to be.
Yeah, my people from New Bern, Alabama.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
well that's great then, man. It's
Alabama's
Alabama's a different place, man.
Yeah, it's a great. No, it's a great state, and I want you to give salute because the sheriffs are actually the highest in law enforcement, and now all of Florida, and you could attest to that. All of Florida will be run by sheriffs. That's a fact.
Yeah. Well, you know, the sheriffs are the highest law enforcement officer in their counties, and very interesting, man. Sheriff has a lot of power to do a lot of things, but he's the only constitutional officer in the county. So a lot of responsibility on the sheriff, and I enjoy the responsibility and just try to do a great job for the people here. That's what it's all about, protecting the people and doing the right thing for the people.
That's right. Y'all the grand sheriffs. Y'all really the sheriffs.
Yeah, the sheriff. Yeah, that's what they used to call it, the sheriff. You know, it depends on how you want to say it.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
the
sheriffs.
Yes, man.
Hey, that's a whole other story there, Chef.
We need to hook up sometime, man. We're doing some interesting stuff. You know, maybe one day we can catch y'all and I can bring the Clydesdale out so y'all can see the old Clydesdale horse that I ride. And I have a mounted unit here, so it's very interesting. You know, the Black Cowboys. I have a lot of fun. It's very interesting.
Yes, that's right. The first Cowboy. You're absolutely right.
Awesome.
And
definitely
also dealing with the cyber stuff here with Dr. Voss here, man. He's got me rolling on the cyber security, the cyber stuff. And I mean, the cyber is the future here. You know, we want to work with robots and do all the things we can do to help the community. You know, he's brought me up to par on all of these things dealing with cybersecurity. So I've incorporated that into my sharing department, man, and we're just moving forward and hoping to do the right thing for the people.
Absolutely, because yes, you're going to have to come up with innovative strategies in fighting crime fighting, Sheriff.
Yes,
because
sir, definitely.
these criminals have gotten very, very smart. And you can see now it got a lot of and my brother here, Dry Bones, he can tell you about that. It's a lot of censoring going on and attacking of freedom of speech. And I think we're under a attack on a digital level from all types of international powers.
Right. Man, there's so much you can do now with this internet and all, you know, the AI. You know, it's just so much you can do, and we got to stay on top of that. We definitely got to stay on top of that.
Yes, sir.
And you matter of fact, your brother was up here to see me a couple months ago.
Coach Johnson?
Yes.
Yes, sir. My little brother, he doing his thing.
Yeah,
too,
he
man.
doing his thing, man. So proud of him, man. He got Lake Wells rolling, and we know he gonna keep him rolling. So, and one interesting thing, I'm the sheriff here, but also I coach football at Tuskegee University. So I played at Tuskegee. You know, I was a strength coach there for 26 years, and for the last 2 years, I've been the life coach, man. Just gotta keep giving back to these young men. It's all about the young men, not just football, but they gotta have something to do after football.
Absolutely.
Being the sheriff and being the life coach, man, it is great, man. I love being the strength coach, but for the last 2 years, being the life coach has been so rewarding to me.
Correct. You got to get us some tickets, Sheriff. We're gonna make a trip up there.
You want them, man. Y'all get them. Y'all tell me y'all coming homecoming. Y'all can be there, man. We're gonna have a big homecoming.
Get some tickets.
Drive on. You with it?
Get some. Hey, you know,
hey, this gonna be the 100th year for homecoming, man. It's gonna be so many people here on November the 9th.
Tuskegee.
Yeah, that's right.
That's history. Right?
History, man.
That's history.
There's so much history. I told y'all a few of the things, but man, you just got to come see the history of Tuskegee, man. Beautiful campus. You talk about George Washington Carver, Booker T. Washington, and all the great people that were here at Tuskegee. Interesting thing, you talk about the Tuskegee experiment. And if you don't know about the Tuskegee experiment, you know they gave a group syphilis, and then they had a control group and a group that they gave the antidote to, and then they wanted to see what it did to these black men, man. That was devastating. Man. And they made a movie about that, Miss Everett's Boys. And
absolutely.
Yeah, you see that movie, you'll see what happened, man.
And you know, Sheriff, that's why.
It's interesting.
You still there?
Things is having that black sheriff friends with his son, his legacy alive by starting an organization for black sheriff all over. Say we lost
Absolutely. We're getting a little lagging.
Hey, back on?
Yeah. I think that's boss. Got it old jank.
Back. We lost you for a minute. I don't know how much you heard, but I was talking about Sheriff Amerson. Me and his son, a great friend, and he started an organization for black sheriffs around the United States, man. That's going very well.
Wow. How is it? How is the farming? How is the farming scene out there? Black farming scene. I know because my father is from Mississippi. He's from Tupelo area.
You know, he's from Mississippi. They just had some kind of lawsuit here for black farmers because they wouldn't get their fair share. So they did a lawsuit, and that's going through right now.
Okay, we don't have to keep posting.
But we don't have as many black farmers as we had, years ago. But and because of the funding, so I know there is a lawsuit out about that right now.
Okay,
and I know y'all not country boys, being from Lake Wales. Y'all don't do no hunting, no fishing. But if y'all think y'all want to hunt some, y'all come see me.
Okay then. All right, Sal. I got you. Hey, I got you recorded.
You got me recorded. Hey, and y'all invited to homecoming. So you got me on recording. Y'all ever want to see that, man? That black college football and those bands, man, they are tremendous, man. And if you never visited, seen a football game, a Tuskegee football game, you're in for a treat.
Okay, man, I'm hyped. I'm already hyped, man. You got me. Job on. You ready? We gonna roll up.
I'll roll up.
Hey, I'm with you. I know they be having fam, and I think Jacksonville came here when Dion was here. I went to the homecoming here because you got a lot you got a lot of black colleges here. You got Esther Waters, you got FAMU University, you got all Bethune-Cookman and all that. So
all right, Chef. We will look you up.
We played down there with Waters about 3 weeks ago.
I used to play the music. I'm a musician. I used to play for AME Church. I've been throughout the whole.
Oh wow.
Pensacola. We played all over.
Right.
Because all the college, all the churches are linked up. So we had a good time. Yeah, but hey, remember, get his number, man, so we can keep. Get his number.
Hey, brother. Hey, I'll be here for you, my brothers. It's nice talking to y'all, man. Enjoy myself, and y'all have a great night, man. Appreciate your show. Great show, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, all right, y'all take care.
Take care, Sheriff.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
We got the Sharif on the show.
Yes,
hey, now again, that Dade County did not have sheriffs. Now Broward County has sheriffs. Now all of Florida have the Sharif. Now, is that by accident? Because that's the highest order of all law enforcement, and that was the first thing the Moors brought over here was the Sharifs.
Sir. Yes, sir. That was awesome, man. See how well. Listen, hey, y'all better start tapping in with Urban Matters. Y'all better start tapping in with the Dry Bones Connection. Y'all look my guy up, man. He come on Sundays, 10:30 a.m. I'm gonna start posting the link every single Saturday evening. I'm gonna start posting my guy's link because that's where I'm at on his show every Sunday, y'all. Sometimes I wake up early on Sunday and I'll be wanting to go live, but I don't want to miss anything from the Dry Bones Connection. And when I tell you, bro, a real connection, my guy been doing this thing for how long, D? You've been doing it now, near 20 years now, ain't it?
It's been a long time. I met you before we was doing the show.
Correct. But see, this ain't for everybody. This only for the esoteric.
This ain't for everybody. Everybody gonna listen to this.
Listen, but it's good stuff. And it's interesting. And it's all factual. And I got your clip on here. Let me play it. I got this one here from you right here.
Very, very simple thing that if you have a certain worldview, and conservatives have one worldview and progressives have a very different one, if you have a certain worldview that doesn't allow you to see the facts, you won't see them. And the reason is very simple. In general, when you perceive something comes into your eyes, you have about a tenth of a second before it becomes conscious, and it will change in that tenth of a second to fit what you already know or believe. It will change fast. And it changes either, flashes of light will change, things you touch will change, all of those things will change, and ideas will change. So when you have facts that come in that won't fit the way that you understand the world, then you won't, the way you understand the world is going to change, is not going to change. The facts will either be ignored, ridiculed, or attacked because they will threaten the way you understand the world or not threaten them. People be happy with the way you understand the world and ignore the facts. But the frames that frame the facts are part of your brain. They're physical. All ideas are physical. They're in your brain. When they come in, that part of your brain is not going to change. And so you have lots of people in this country who have conservative worldviews, and they just don't see it. It's not like they're denying it. It's not like I know that fact and I'm going to deny it. It's like it's not even a fact.
It's not even a damn fact.
Because it's in your Bible story. For those of you in the Bible, I mean, it tells you you have eyes that cannot see. You can't perceive. You can see it, but don't mean you perceive it. You have ears. You can't comprehend it. So it's pretty much, and that's the eye of Horus, and which is the pineal gland. That's why it look like that people wearing the eye of Horus ain't nothing but it's just amazing how something so complex can be made simple, basically, because like anybody else say, because it might be my facts, but it may luckily me and you can see together, and you know how that worked because we came together on that cable. We can see together, but the average person ain't able to see all that. They never was privileged. Their parents didn't teach them. And you got to realize your parents is your patents. Yep. Your parents is your patents. That's who produced you. They are the patents of you. Now, if they never taught you nothing, you only could go by what you learned and then perceive outwardly. But if you don't grasp what they taught you, or you don't understand what they taught you, or they didn't understand what they taught you, did you see why we have a group of young people today who can barely read?
Absolutely. I keep dropping D. You keep coming in and you keep dropping. I think he has a bad internet signal.
Which one?
I'm trying
Professor? The professor?
Not you.
Oh,
B. Parker.
Okay.
Another one of our panel.
I see it, brother.
We had to get his network. We are way deep. We deep in the country, and we're testing our technology. We're doing all these infrastructure development. And one of the things that you might be interested in knowing is that the federal government, especially Homeland Security, has grants for rural communities, helping rural communities expand their broadband. When you think about rural communities versus a big city, it's a different dynamic when it comes to serving the people from a digital perspective. And that's a lot of opportunity for small Black businesses as well. I mean, we're talking about a 5-year grant, billions of dollars that they're spending to build the different infrastructure. You take public safety, for instance. How do you respond to digital evidence? How do you respond to public safety from a threat perspective? There's all kind of threats. So those are things that we're doing in the rural communities these days, Dr. Juice. There's D.
Yeah, we got D in there. D, what's good? Greetings. Salute. Thank you for joining us here at this Black Media Network. Yeah, we can hear you, bro. We can hear you, man. I'm glad to see you smiling, man. I know you've been through something, man, and I'm just glad to see you, man, in our presence, bro. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
This is my first time I have to use my phone.
Hey, what you got to do, what you got to do. But see, we learning, we troubleshooting, and we're going to figure this technology thing out, and we're going to master it, and we're going to get rich off of it.
The sheriff, I want to also mention that the sheriff was very impressed with this. I was telling him about it, and just timing as it may be, it was a perfect time for him with everything else that he has going on. But he's excited about it, and he specifically told me to say that he's open to doing a show for you, and he's supporting what you're doing.
Thank you. We're gonna have to come out there on the scene though, live, boy. I gotta get someone to have Now I mess with Tuskegee now, man. Listen, you know, I used to dream of going out there, man. Tuskegee, I finally got to the FAMU Classic. I finally went to Edward Waters because my mom's from Jacksonville, so we used to always be up in Edward Waters up there in Janesville. But it's just a better experience when you go to a black college HBCU football game, man. It's just a different kind of experience. Especially, I think more people come in when the bands come on than any damn football game, man. It's like, bro, they don't even be paying attention to the football game, really. They be like, okay, when the band come on, I'm gonna go in there and lock in, okay? You know what I'm saying? But D was chopping some stuff up, man. I wanna play another video real quick because I'm trying to clear the air on a lot of this fake media stuff that they was throwing at us. And I know, man, some of this stuff is repetitive, but we got to put this out here, man, because we want to get ready to walk in a new direction, man. And listen, we can't keep thinking the same way we think. And I think that's why they mad at a lot of black men now, because we're coming out starting to think for ourselves and we're not going along with their narratives anymore. But let me play this real quick.
Section on the previous video where we talked about Haitian immigrants, and I talked about the fact, and I played that video where there was that Haitian grandmother who said the reason she ties up her cat is because other people will eat it. All those liberals and leftists that came in my comment section and said I was a liar and some kind of insane bigot. Am I going to get an apology? Am I going to see apologies in the comment section now? All you people are like, oh, JD Vance made it up. Trump's a liar. It's misinformation. Are we going to get an apology now?
Wow, he said, okay. He said when it comes to eating cats in Haiti, that's a very normal practice among Haitians. For people to say that's not happening, that's a lie. He says even there are places in Haiti where you can go and you can go to a store and actually buy the cats. You can just like you buy chicken wings. It's a very normal practice in Haiti. So,
bro, they got it right beside the chicken, to the left of the pork, underneath the goat, bro. It's right there, cat. Get some cats, you know what I'm saying? You can make fried cat, you can make roasted cat, you can make cat stew, you know what I'm saying? Over in America, we got catfish. Over there, they just do the cat.
And again, Steven, anytime you got something to add, you can also add it to it as well. So kibo Haiti, I'm gonna say, where in Haiti can you go and buy cats and stuff like that to eat?
That's another thing, right? You see some Haitians in the comment section who are like, yeah, maybe in like a remote village in Haiti, they might eat cat. Like you got to climb a mountain and, go through a cave and climb down a ladder. And then you can find like the one guy who like butchers and sells cats. Make it seem like it's not common at all. He already said it's very normal. But let's see how available cat is for the sake of purchasing it to cook it and eat it and all that.
Haïti ka fè ça.
Non, bon, si on vle là, n'importe moun de bois haïtien ou bien tout n'importe moun soit haïtien regarder vidéo, a dit bon wal nan Kafou, commune Kafou.
Commune Kafou?
Commune Kafou. Kafou en général, les bois Kafou en général avant joindre Delimat qui dans Dikini exactement en face marché qui dans Toa. You vend chat la normal, you vend toute bête la moun manger.
You say you can go to Haiti, 2000 Kafou avant Dikini, go on store dans zone. So he's saying you can go to Haiti, there are different states and different places in Haiti where you can just go and buy it and purchase that, right? So my question now is, for what reasons are Haitians denying this?
So it's freely available all over the country, right? You don't got to find the magic portal in Haiti to end up at the only place in.
Hey, he said you got to go find a magic portal
Haiti that sells cats. There are multiple cities where it's very easily accessible.
Non, même j'aime Zula.
So the question is, why are Haitians lying about this? Let's see.
Le fait que dit cher, mais manger chat là, c'est pas qui normal, c'est vérité lié. Comme si ma prend pourcentage haïtien manger chat en général, bon mettre 70% haïtien manger chat.
Bro, if a white liberal sees this video, or literally their brain is going to break. It's like when they hear a black person say, we don't want your handouts. Okay, we don't want your affirmative action. We don't want your
free shit.
Your white guilt, pity. No thanks. We're good. We can lift ourselves up by our bootstraps, no problem. When they hear that, they're You're not even black. Imagine if this video hit the trending page on YouTube. Oh my goodness, bro.
Wait.
Okay,
they say.
I think as a Haitian community, we need to start holding ourselves accountable. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're doing something that's not right, let's just say it's not right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not saying we are doing something. Like, some of us, maybe some Haitians do eat cats.
Yeah.
Okay, so they do. Like, but when you're gonna start being mad about it, this and that, like, what's
Okay. Okay. I'm just trying. I'm just trying to clear the air on some stuff, man, because when we have a different perspective of we don't want any more free shit from the liberals and the Democrats, and I think that's the problem with them. They have a problem with black men. We standing up in the paint, man. We're like, look, bro, enough is enough. We need to take our culture and take our communities to the next level. You know, and that's what Professor talks a lot about, D. And this brother right here, D Parker, his name DT. D2 Dorian. His name D. But we trying to stand in, like y'all say, pull ourselves up by our bootstraps. And you see my brother right here, he got on his black for Trumps. D. So how did it go at the poll, Dorian? Drybone?
Man, I had a ball. I'm gonna tell you something. You'd be surprised. You know, I wore it to work. I wore it to the polls. We've been doing this for a long time. There's a lot of people who are going to vote Trump who are just scared to show. That's a shame that black people are scared, especially individuals I've seen at the poll. It was a little line. It wasn't that long of a line, but you know, I say this to people out there listening, that, you know, you don't have to be ashamed. It's freedom of speech. You better use it while you got it, because there's no reason why you should be ashamed to vote for somebody who was the president. I mean, as the president, at least we got an analytical idea of what he did. You have no idea what Kamala Harris is about. And for people to...
My question is, Drybone, why Trump waited to this 2024 to be this big racist that they boogeyman scare us about? Why is he going to wait now to implement all these 2025 policies and all of this?
The View said it. I mean, you got to realize propaganda is television. The people, most of our people, I'm only going to speak from my personal experience, not y'all's, but my constituency that I'm around, they watch a certain news and they don't do no reading. So if you don't read outside the box, you can easily be manipulated. So you got people who think Trump's a racist, but then when you say, well, who's a racist for? I'm from New York State. Been born there. Trump was popular through the whole damn state until he became running for president. And
politics.
Yeah, and so my thing is, for those of you who know Trump or been around this, Trump was on every record that was hip hop. I played musicians. I played all the way through high school. Trump never was negative. First of all, he won the NAACP award in Buffalo and New York City and Albany. And you telling me that now people who paid for Jesse Jackson's first presidential campaign and Al Sharpton's damn bullshit. So I'm thinking to myself, something got to be wrong with us if we could believe this lie this easily. So that's where I'm at with it. I mean, there's no reason to feel bad, but I'm going to tell you one thing. There's people down here. South Florida is a different animal than the rest of y'all up there. Y'all, I mean, if you've been in Miami, it's not like y'all area at all, period.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely not. So we got the Jews here. We got the Russians here on North Miami Beach. The Russians control North Miami Beach. They here. We got, the Haitians are in an area called Wynwood. They being ran out soon. The blacks in Miami Beach, Miami, Florida, Miami, period, is being ran out. They have no Richmond Heights, Perrine. I can go down the line. Naranja, Homestead, all gone. There's no more black communities in South Florida. That's a fact. So when I hear people talk this shit, I say, man, You don't know what you're talking about. So I just listen to people because I'm
What
with
happened
facts.
to
They got gentrified by black politicians.
What happened to
that
it?
because remember, because the black politician is the first to know where the money going. Anybody know politics? Whoever you voted for in Lake Wales, that sucker. I'm gonna do it like I do on my show, but that dude who is part of Lake Wales knows where the money's going. He goes to your churches. Y'all got a bunch of churches because I've been to Lake Wales. You know that bunch of churches there, and yeah, and y'all won't even challenge these politicians to say, well, where the money going? How could a new group of people come in and get the benefits and you a politician that we elected? So that's what happened to black folks. And that's all over the country. I've been to a bunch of places. And the Haitians, since you played the Haitians, I'm amongst Haitians, beautiful people. They're on this program. They come on my program all the time. I warned them a long time ago that how can you believe the Democrats with Hillary Clinton and all the Red Cross after they destroyed Haiti with that heart machine with the earthquake, which that's a fact.
That's a fact.
I was in a DR not too long ago. I do travel. I've been to Haiti. I've been to Cuba. I've been. These people are poor as hell. They escaped to America, and the only reason why they're able to exist is to what they call American Express. What's that thing they go to the grocery stores and give their money to? When they change the money to at the grocery stores to go to their countries. That's the only reason why they exist. Y'all got it up there? They send the money.
Think of the name of it.
You know what I'm talking about when they exchange their money.
Yeah, I can't think of the name.
Yeah, it's gonna come to me in a minute. But that's how they exist. They exist by their own people being here and sending the money. Western Union. If Western Union, what a professor at? If a cyber attack ever hits Western Union, the Caribbean is dead. That's a fact.
Wow.
If a cyber attack ever hit Western Union, the whole Caribbean is done.
Done.
Brother
D, you want to chime in? D Parker, you want to chime in? Can you hear me, D Parker? We can't hear you. We're having some technical difficulties, D Parker.
We can't hear him, yeah.
Can't hear you. Can you hear us? Throw up the thumb sign if you can hear us, D. Yeah, we can't hear you, though. We can't hear you. I don't know what we're having. We're having some difficulties.
Yeah, it's the internet.
Yes, sir.
That's the internet.
That's the internet of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, D. But we're enjoying this, man. Listen, man, keep chopping up heavy game, man. I mean,
well, my thing is,
I
hope they get back
in. Tell us about the polls. You were telling us about the polls.
Well, the polls right now, I got a report. Where my phone at? I deal with a lot of Cubans, a lot of people here. Dade County is already won by Trump. Already won. So far. Let's just say so far.
You know you can pull it up on your computer and I can chime it in with you.
Yeah, I might get into that later. But yeah. It's on my phone, so I really don't have to change to the computer. But I'm just gonna tell you what they sent to me. Right now, Trump is up. Now that's now. Now I did read a report now. I'm gonna say this to all them listening. If Trump does win, which is a high probability, he still ain't president yet. So let's get that thought out there now that he can win and he still won't be president because in January. Because if they don't certify this through the 14th Amendment, because they're trying to say that he's an insurrectionist. That's why you keep hearing January 6th. That's why she had to have a no good general who defected. Now, how could she take one person and say that's the Trump campaign without no collaboration? That shows you how desperate they are. They got to be losing. For them to be this desperate, what they saying, and Biden, who is incoherent, said that Trump should be arrested just the other night on some program he was on, talking to people incoherently. I think it's a problem for us to really not. I'm going to take this to another level that Trump will win, but that does not mean he will be president in time because they could call martial law or they can actually go into what I consider, because they gave the military. I don't know if y'all noticed, but see, I'm gonna go. I got it here, but I can't put it on y'all thing because I ain't got time to do it. But they already said that the military has already been called to do civilians in. This is a fact. Ron Paul came on Breitbart and all these other programs they be on, these Patriot channels. Alex Jones will be off the air in the next few of those who listen to that.
You can share your screen, D, right at the bottom right there. See it at the bottom? See where all the circles are, the mute button, the camera button, and the plus sign.
Okay.
Hit that plus sign.
The plus sign. Hit the plus sign. And then do what?
And then say, I want to share my screen. Request to share your screen.
It says share screen. Okay. Let me go to.
There you go. And it's gonna send me a notification.
Okay.
And then I can pull it up once it pop up. Once it notify me on my side.
Yeah, you see it?
It ain't came through yet. You hit it?
I hit it, yeah.
Hit share screen. It should have sent.
I think it's coming. Oh, okay. I got it. I have to hit the thing that I wanted to share. Here we go, right here.
Right.
I got it.
Right, you got it.
Okay. There you go, right there.
Yep.
You see it?
Hold up, it should pull up in a minute. There it go. Boom. There it is.
Okay.
There it is. Hold up. I'm gonna pull you up right now. Boom. Share it.
Yeah. Now, right there, they plan on doing things to the election because, remember, you got Merrick Garland, all them in cahoots. Merrick Garland should be on treason charges for not actually going along with guarding the border. Anybody who knows the Constitution, if you don't have a border, you're not a country. That's common sense. But again, so right there, they already starting. They already starting. So they already realized Trump is winning already. Because the early voting, to show you how people don't even think. I think we got amnesia because of the chemtrails. They got us not remembering stuff. But can't y'all remember just 2021, Kamala Harris and Biden said that Georgia, along with Warlock, the Wizard of Warlock, the preacher from Georgia, he said that there was suppression of the election. Georgia had the biggest turnout the last election. Now they got even a bigger turnout. So you see the lie. So it's a lie. The biggest turnout has already been both times. So there is no people. Trump is not putting some law in where they can't vote. That's a bunch of bull. That's to make the Democrats, who is the number one group. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to let y'all, after I say this, y'all carry on. But black people listening, you've been Democratic for over 62 years. 62 years. You ain't got no reparations. You ain't got none of the tax breaks they promised us. You ain't got nothing that the Democratic Party ever promised you in 62 years. Now, what fool will keep voting against their best interests? Tell me what fool would do that? What country in the world would do that? Y'all on the line. Ask yourself, what country does this? That will vote for 62 years against their own interests. Because ain't no way. And then they're going to say Jim Crow 0.20. Jim Crow was brought in by the Democratic Party. If you go do history, it's a common sense analogy. The Democratic Party was Jim Crow. Now, they're going to tell you now they're doing Jim Crow 2.0. Now, that's how you know they got the blacks in the witchcraft. I deal with their cult world. I don't deal with the regular stuff y'all maybe talk about, but I'm with their cult world. The cult world is a different world. They could put the magic in your face, and that's why the Bible story is a cult book. Says, I have eyes that cannot see. How could somebody tell you that you voted for the Democratic Party? And here's Kamala Harris in her first debate say, you know, Joe, you hung with segregationists. That didn't click in your mind? If Joe hung with segregationists, how the hell you gonna put the Republicans? Yep. I mean, that show you can't be as bright as you believe because you went to college don't make you bright. I'm into common sense. Common sense, the definition of common sense is higher than all degrees. All degrees. Period. Most people don't even go to college. That's smart.
And I gotta chime in on that, D. Just say this real quick. I'm gonna let Professor chime in after me. Now let's just go back and do the history. Let's go back play by play. They had Biden and Trump had the debate. All right. And the debate only went down because there was an attempt on Trump's life right before the debate. And the debate pointed out, once they had to go through with it, pointed out that Joe Biden was losing his damn mind and was not coherent. So once the voters and once all the electors saw that, they say, "Oh man." 2 weeks they went to scrambling. Oh, we got to get somebody else in. We got to get somebody else in besides Joe. We got to get somebody else in. They could have went with Gretchen Whitmer. They could have went with damn.
They couldn't.
People way better than Kamala.
They couldn't go with Gretchen Whitmer. They couldn't go with your boy because your boy, what's the California? What's his name? Newsom. Newsom proved that they killing the homeless. Anytime you could clear a whole homeless community for President Xi, now that's why you know they're full of shit, because they cleared out California for Xi, who was China, because the Chinese control California. I don't know if y'all been there or not, but they control the Jamaicans too. I don't know if y'all understand that. The Jamaicans are controlled by the Chinese. Every time I've been in Jamaica, how many times, and been around Jamaicans all my life, and the Chinese are the most powerful Jamaicans in Jamaica. So this is a joke. It's a scam. And so it's a scam, bro. Come on. Every Chinese Jamaican restaurant is controlled by the Chinese. That's a fact. So I don't know what to tell y'all other than we are filled with foolishness, because how can somebody believe a chick comes on TV, tells you that basically, I have no plan. I was elected. Joe Biden picked me because I'm a DEI hire, because she lost immediately. She was out of the election in the first round. No black voted for her. Now, how dumb can a black population be to vote for somebody you didn't vote for the first time? And now she never got elected this time. And y'all, not y'all on this line, but
and now she's a super politician.
Our people got to be on drugs, man. And I ain't talking about real drugs. I'm talking about chemtrail drugs, because they're not thinking, man. That's impossible. That's impossible for me to believe black folks. I don't care if you went to college. It don't make no difference what school you went to. I'm into a whole different ball game when it comes to this. You can go to Ivy League. I got family go to Yale. I got my daughters graduated from the highest degrees. That don't mean you got common sense. Does not mean you got common sense. And I'm gonna stay with that program. And I'm gonna regress so y'all can get in.
All right, D. All right, Professor, chime in. Give us your synopsis.
I'm just real happy with the fact that I'm protesting. I know they say that it's our civic duty to vote, but then it's also our constitutional duty to protest. And I remember stopping voting after Obama, because I began to really understand that we're being played and everybody else is being paid. When they say that you have a voice, when I protested, if I said that, if I post on Facebook, I voted, I don't get to have a conversation. I don't get to have a conversation about my values and what I believe in. But when I say that I'm protesting and I'm intentionally exercising my constitutional right by protesting and sitting on the sidelines, then everybody want to know what I have to say. Why? Or why? You not voting, then that's a vote for Trump. No, it's not. It is absolutely not. And I always talk about my vote. I use the parallels that I feel the same way about my vote as women feel about intimacy. Very few women will allow you to be intimate with them without some sign of courting, without some you gotta pay to play, no romance, without finance. One of my pastimes, dear brothers, is that I enjoy watching and reading the profiles that females have on these dating sites. I enjoy reading that because it amazed me with the whole sundry of items that they demand that you must have as a man for them to even decide whether they like you or not. So my point is, I have the same perspective about my vote as females have about their peaches. You know, I just don't give my peaches to anybody, and you got to court me. And the things that you said to me, imagine, Dr. Jabron, imagine this: what woman do you know that you want to be intimate with, and you start calling, talking crazy to you? Oh, you this, you that, or what? What's the likelihood? What I'm saying as a man, what's the likelihood of being intimate with that woman when you start talking crazy to her? What's the likelihood? So my point is, I have the same, since we are in this feminist world, then I have to use a feminist analogy to say that, I mean, a woman would call, if you did that, what would she say? You're a misogynist, you're disrespectful, you treat me like a whore. Wouldn't they not say that?
Yeah.
Right.
So
that's what they're saying, Professor. They're trying to say we can't think for ourselves. We got to be misogynist because we vote for Trump or we like another candidate besides the vote blue no matter who crew.
No, I'm protesting.
You have no masculinity anymore, Professor. Your masculinity has been stripped from you. You are no longer a man in the eyesight of Black America. You're nothing.
Okay, so let me help you with that. Okay. That is, think about it. That is emotional behavior. That is emotional manipulation. Most men, most real, Alpha Sigma men, you can't manipulate with no emotions. So it just shows you the level of low thinking that people have to try to manipulate you. And here's one other thing, and this is I'm such a big fan of Dr. Dry Bones. I really am a big fan of him, and it just amazes me that when what's insulting to me, I'm an academic, okay? I teach internationally, and when I see the Democrats approach us, I've never, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've never seen them invite a professor or invite an economist or invite a high-level thinking Black people. Why is it that it always has to be an entertainment show, this buffoonery behavior in that context? Why do we always have to be approached that way, Dr. Jarbone?
I see it what you just said too. Hope I want you to come on ours as well. I want you to come on. We're gonna set it up what you going because it's true. They don't like they're in the entertainment because they're Hollywood. It's basically Hollywood. Even Dr. What's the one with the crazy hair dude, the professor from Yale? It's gonna come to me. I can see his face.
Oh, Cornel West.
See, when Cornel West, he would have been in a loop too, but he went the opposite route. So they you see him on no show now. They don't ostracize Cornel West.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why. Because he has some janky border policies.
Right, and then but look who they got. The other one, the one who do all the rapping, he on the shows now. Not Cornel. We said Cornel West. What's the other one that come on? He's very, no, he's very articulate. He talks a lot. He's on
yeah, Dyson, right. He's
Dyson. Now Dyson is with the game. Dyson with the game. So they got Dyson on TV. But see, they used to have Cornel West until he stepped on the toes and went independent. So basically, they don't want us thinking off the plantation, because once you start to think and say, "Hey, analyze what they're doing," you are enemy to them. That's why I tell people.
Yep. Thinking for yourself.
The way Trump said enemy of the state, they on twisted up now. He talking about all of them. No, he's saying within the government, within is enemies to the people, and that's what they're doing. They actually, because I think, like I said, you teaching the way I always tell people. So you teaching at home overseas. You doing homeschooling. You schooling people across. You ain't got to leave your house no more. Using technology, and you able to school the world, and believe me, I think should go all over the place. I think should go into Asia.
I was trying to hook him up with Brother Campbell last weekend. I wanted them to link up, man, because I'm really digging Brother Campbell. Every time you bring him on, I'm like,
yeah, Brother
energized.
Campbell say I talked to him. He will come on. He's from Ohio. He's very energized. Y'all two will get along because we need people like yourself, Professor, and brother. But
you know what blows my mind, Dr. Drybones, and it blows my mind when I think about this. I mean, I'm teaching in Vietnam. I'm teaching in Dubai.
See what I'm saying?
In Saudi Arabia.
That's the new way.
I'm teaching in Malaysia.
That's the new way.
I'm teaching in Trinidad. And these people, by the way, my students, they're not these fresh out of these. The school that I teach at is a corporate university, meaning that business owners, executives, they come to this school to get real world practical knowledge on how to apply technology in their business, more especially AI and robotics. Everybody's looking to see how they can make their companies run more efficiently. They're looking at reducing costs, and they're looking at how do I leverage AI and robotics to do all of that.
Now, I'm with you 100% on what is happening. Now, my question to you is, because you're in the field, what's your thoughts? Because I know for right now, I work in procurement. I work by heavy duty contracts for this county. I do know that AI could possibly take most of these jobs by 2030.
It will. Let me talk about that for a minute. Procurement.
Go ahead.
I just finished a contract. In fact, I just finished a contract in Polk County that deals with procurement. Have you ever heard the term source to pay? Source to pay.
Source to pay. Because that's our thing. It's called sourcing. It's called procurement sourcing now with us. They unchanged it to procurement sourcing. So go ahead.
So have you ever heard of the term robotic processing automation?
Yeah, I have.
So I'll make it real simple for you. So when you think about the traditional way of the workflow from source to pay, in other words, when you source that vendor and it goes through the entire process to them being awarded a contract, right?
Yep.
I can speak to that from a manual process. What I'm telling you right now, I'm dealing with contracts right now to automate that, where AI does all of that workflow process. And what I mean by workflow process, think about this, Dr. Drybones.
Wow.
Think about when you used to have to call customer service before the pandemic.
Right.
Before the pandemic, you would pick the phone up and you call because you had a call center. You had a call center full of people, right? During the pandemic, all those people had to go home. So they had to accelerate technology to keep the business going. So where we are today, technology-wise, had it not been for the pandemic, it would have taken us 5 to 8 years to be where we are right now.
So was the orchestra, I'm asking because, again, you think the pandemic might have been orchestrated to bring on this new revolutionary construct of using AI? Because you're absolutely right. Another thing I want you to say, you got to come on the program for sure. Now paying the vendors because they're not being paid quick enough. AI will pay them faster because they complain right now in Dade County about they pay. Wow, that's deep.
So let me give you a 3-minute lecture on what you're talking about. So
wow.
If you were one of my executives, if you were one of my international students right now, and I just had this lecture today. So what I would have you to do is, first of all, today I talked about workflows. I talked about, mapping out your workflow. And then within that workflow, where is your pain point? And I've worked with organizations where that whatever that pain point was in that workflow was the reason why that vendor didn't get paid on time. Even with my contracts, because so in my contracts, like I'm dealing with a contract right now where I'm supposed to get paid in 20 days. So as a contractor, I make sure I say, hey, if I don't get paid in 20 days, like you say, then you owe me 20% of that invoice. You got to put that in your contract, or you lose money, because these systems, these people have got antiquated systems. So if you, as a black business, I'm talking to a black business, if you don't add that clause in your contract, you'll go out of business waiting on your check.
Yeah,
because they're dealing with old systems. Now they're trying to upgrade.
Wow.
They're trying to upgrade, but that takes a big. I'm sorry.
No, I said you. Dude,
so you got to put that in your contract.
You on
20% of that is so.
What happened? He froze. He froze up.
Yeah, I think he's freezing up. He's freezing up on us, Professor.
Yeah, I'm out of the country.
Man, boy.
I'm freezing up.
I'm trying to see.
Oh man, that was
Can you hear me?
Yeah, he rolled. Yeah. You was on. Hey, you was. Keep going. You was on.
We'll have to get some.
Yeah,
it's not computer generated.
Can you hear?
Yeah.
Can you hear this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, I do work.
You coming in and out.
I teach workflow. Yeah, we out in the country. I teach workflow analysis. Workflow analysis. How do I automate that workflow? And if you want me to continue lesson, there are 3 aspects, there are 3 pillars that I look at when I consult: people, processes, and technology. Those 3 things.
Processes,
people, process, and technology. Those 3 things. And your bottleneck is going to be in one of those 3 things, if not all. Your people might not have the skill set. You might not even have processes, and your technology is outdated. That's what I'm dealing with in the rural areas right now. They got to upgrade.
Mm-hmm. That's on y'all. Is that on y'all ballot about the internet being? I don't know if y'all voted, but on ours it was Amendment 6. They want the internet to be all over the place. So that's probably what you're talking about when they want that.
Well, they call that. You can look it up under Homeland Security. Under Homeland Security, it's called a broadband initiative. So those are some of the things that I work with the sheriff. I'll give you a little insight on that. So one of the things that I specialize in is digital investigation. How do you respond to a cyber threat? How do you respond to crypto crime? How do you respond to all of these things that happen from a digital perspective? Because every crime has something to do. It has some connection to data. It has some connection to a digital footprint, cameras, car. You know, these young boys, they kill me. They go around talking about, man, no snitch. I'm like, bro, you are the snitch. You walking around a snitch because of all the technology that's around you. Our people don't understand that. That's how Grady is. If you look at Grady Judge, he got some of the best technology in the world. Grady, he lock up like 150 at a time. And he tell them, he said, man, we see you.
Right here.
We got a wire. He tell them, boy. He said, we looking at you. And he lock up. I sit there and watch his YouTube. Grady, he lock up 150 at one time, all of, cause he watching.
Hey, drive on.
They
take it up to their ear like this. Hey, boy, they be all online with the money up to their ear. You just snitched on yourself.
Yep. That's why I never seen nothing like. Well, we the only people that got money holding money in the air like we crazy. That's crazy.
So one of the things that I committed to do, people say, I done turned. We have to have people just like the sheriff, man. We have a very good relationship in terms of what we're trying to do as men. And we know that there's a gap. We look at crime every day. And I try to tell this boy, bruh, the trap game is obsolete. Think about P Daddy, YSL. Do you know that they have evidence on them that go back to 2019? They've been watching you the whole time. So we don't.
Young Thug.
I sit back and watch these boys, man, and I try to do my part to educate them. Yeah. We don't, so how do we do that? How do we help better educate? I was down there with you, Dr. Drybone. I saw the boy the other day in Fort Lauderdale he was on a ATV riding around all over Broward County, and they didn't even. And guess what they did? They just launched a drone and followed him. They didn't, they had some cops around, but they weren't trying to do. And he just circled around. I guess he ran out of gas or something. I mean, come on, bro.
Exactly.
Come on, bro. Come on, man.
I even got me a drone. I use it. I sure do.
So what I'm saying is,
you got to get.
What they don't understand.
License for those drones.
I'm gonna show you how. I'm gonna show you this one. Hold on. Go keep going. Y'all keep talking.
Go ahead, Professor.
Yeah, so one of the things that I'm glad now, this is such perfect timing because the sheriff now he's behind us. I mean, I was telling him about it, but with everything he's got going on and we got going on, man, I just can't believe that we were able to record, and get the sheriff on that show. That's big to have a black elected official who's law enforcement who believes in what you're doing. Man, that's powerful right there. That's just real powerful. Where do they do that at, Dr. Juice? Where do they do that?
Nowhere.
And he's willing to contribute more. And I can tell you one thing too. I can speak for the sheriff and say that down the road, I know that he's going to invest resources and to help better educate because he see what we're doing. See, that's the kind of buy-in that we need with these kind of programs. You always talk about the boule and all these people, but there are black men who's concerned. And check this out. Technology allows the sheriff.
Get one. You can watch your whole. I went over my whole neighbor's house, man. I see everything. Shit.
Let me get the name. D. Show the name of it. Put it up close to your camera.
I get it. Well, you ain't gonna see the name because it said I got it in my case. But I got two of them.
Oh. And let me give you some insight, Dr. Dry Bones. Laser technology is about to make that obsolete.
I can
take that out with a laser.
I can believe that. Yeah. I can believe that.
They're trying to control laser technology, but laser technology take that right out.
I believe that. No doubt about that. Now you on a different. See, that's why I love what you're saying because you on a level where they can take it out, but I'm on a civilian level. I just be looking at. I'll be looking at what my neighbors be trying to pull. I go over their pools and look at shit. They got them too. A lot of these people down here got these drones too. But you can't go over a certain amount. I'm gonna tell you something. You can't go over a certain amount of height because you go over FCC. Correct. And you'll be in serious trouble because they are monitoring that. Let me ask you about the since you brought that up, the array of things. Are y'all showing the same 5G, 10G now? Because our poles are different. Downtown Miami, 5G poles. They about to bring the cars in for the AI cars. Our cabs, we got them now. I don't know about y'all area, but we got AI cabs now. Already down.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's my cybersecurity philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
The more convenience that you have, the more convenience that technology provides for you, the more risk is involved.
Yeah.
There's more risk to your privacy.
Yep.
There's more risk because of the convenience.
Wow.
It increases it's convenient, but it also increases your risk. It increases your personal risk.
Man, you gonna be
it opens the door for more risk. You convenient.
You got my email address, please. We're gonna set a program with you for cyber attacks. I see right now
I listen to you. I listen to you every. Tell them I listen to you every Sunday.
Now, but I want
since
you to
we met the last show.
No, you're gonna be on the show.
I got it.
You might be listening. You're gonna be. We want you to talk, and you're gonna be talking to the whole country. See, this across the whole country. So I want you to come on for sure. Yeah, we got to have you on.
And some of my research, a lot of my research that you would certainly be interested in. I do quite a bit of law enforcement technology research.
Yeah, I like it.
I've been in cybersecurity for a long time, and partnering with the sheriff has allowed me, as a sworn officer, to see technology from a different perspective. I've never been able to research on this level, but because I'm a sworn officer now, I get to have Homeland Security as my partners. They love the sheriff because he's very forward thinking. He's very forward thinking in terms of how he wants to integrate technology in public safety. That's a big thing as well. So I'm very honored to work for the sheriff and partner with him and help better educate and bring awareness to our communities, because without it, we're going to be roadkill on the superhighway, Dr. Drybone.
Yeah. Man, that's deep. Is that Brother Juice, you gonna try to go to?
No, we talk almost every day. We talk.
No, I'm saying, are we gonna try to go to that? The sheriff just said about the football. Is that he said November 9th? All right. Keep that thought now. So we'll talk after all that and see if we can set it up. I like. I see my brother on here. Your brother on here. I don't know. He
all hype.
He
all hype.
Yeah, DJ. Bro, D is an Alabama boy too. Drybone.
Oh, good.
He's an Alabama boy.
Let me tell you what he's hyped about. So, imagine this. So the sheriff has a big responsibility on that weekend. First of all, the homecoming this year is the 100th anniversary, but we have an event. That's much bigger than that. Bigger than that. The event is the Auburn Rodeo. The Auburn Rodeo is bigger than the homecoming. That's 50,000 people in this county.
Wow.
That's 50,000 people. That's 50,000 people on 1,000 acres. A bunch of white folks having a good time. I mean, man, let me tell you something. These folks know how to party, but it's going to be about 50,000 white folks on a ranch, a big rodeo. So imagine the public safety effort that goes into public safety around 50,000 people. I remember one year we was here, it was so many people that jammed the cell towers. The cell towers couldn't handle it.
Wow.
The cell towers couldn't handle it. That's how many people was on that cell tower. Imagine that.
That's amazing right there.
So there's a lot of technology that goes into making that many people. When you talk about crowd safety, there's a lot of technology, digital technology. Think about it. You got 50,000 people. How do you search for guns? We use AI to search for guns. You can't. With that many people, how do you control that? How do you control bringing in glass containers? All that. If there's an incident, how do you respond to an incident where maybe 50,000 people gonna panic? How do you deal with that?
Let me ask you a question before I'm gonna regress, but I got to ask you why I got you. Why he gave me a chance to get you. Is there anything we should invest in that provide, like, you got something we should be investing in that is, the dividends?
I'm not an investment person, and I have no money, but I will say some of the things that I've heard.
Right? You got money, you just don't know you got money. we can get some money. I can get some money now. Yeah, we got some money. We have to get it. We're gonna get it with some people. Yeah, we might have to get it with some people, but we will get it. If you tell me we got an investment that all we need is like $3,000 to $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, we can manage that. The dividends are gonna be big if y'all cyber security.
I'll say this much. So I'm exposed to a lot of development. I'm exposed to so much technology. And if I, my investment obviously would be around technology, simply because, think about this, Dr. Jarbone, for the last, I would say, 5 decades, technology has been the greatest wealth builder. There's nothing else in this country that has built wealth but technology. And I'm seeing technology all over the world. Today I was lecturing about like things like personalized medicine, things like image analysis on radiology. Right now I do dark web research. That's huge. Right, I do a lot of dark web research. There are a lot of tools out there that allows you to do. There are companies that I approach based on my research, and I show them things within the found on the dark web, and engage them in that conversation.
Wow.
If you, it's your. Let D went away.
Bro, D.
You said you went away.
There you go. He popped off, man. Well, D, go ahead and get
he on that
man.
Walmart. He on that Walmart phone.
Oh, bro, D, go ahead and put down, man. Tell us what's on your mind, real quick.
You trying to get his technology right? Go on, D.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you go.
Got you.
There you go. Yeah,
got you.
Yeah, because I can barely hear you how I have to set this thing up now.
Okay, we're learning. We're learning.
Yeah, but I can't hear.
Oh, you can't hear
Hard
us.
me to hear.
Okay.
Oh, he can't hear. Well, go ahead, D. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead and
So what we
I can hear
what we
you.
talking?
We can hear you though. We can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you. Oh, no, we can't hear him.
I think you hit the mute button this then.
Yeah.
We can
Okay,
hear you,
Juice.
D. Just go.
Okay, Juice. You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. The law enforcement technology. We going into the flying cars also. So even those cars are totally electronic. And so you have got to have your cybersecurity because you don't want anybody to hack those cars while you 100, 200 foot, up in the air and controlling your navigation system. So every car, motorcycle it got built-in navigation system, and so they can be controlled. They are not telling you that now, but they have a system for it, and they still implement it on those systems. So that's the point for us setting up to help stop those type entities from happening. And we still it's a lot to learn. It's a lot to learn, and it's exciting. That technology, and it's just like starting your third life again in engineering for me anyway. So one thing, we was out in the meeting. One of the instructors was telling us we have to keep learning because the stuff we learned today is yesterday, and so they trying to make sure everyone that was in that conference understand that you learn something, it's good for maybe 6 months. Then somebody else come out with something new. So you have to keep balling, stretching. You have to, because these are some intelligent people out here, and they will constantly change, where the stuff now you don't know it. They changed it that quick. So with our people not going to school, it's going to be it's going to be very, very hard for them to stay up in technology. They're trying to do local stuff, and especially when they brought the immigrants in. So that's that's going to be hard for them. And if they don't try to get an education to learn this stuff, they're going to be left behind with it.
Exactly. Thank you for that update, D. And this is going to be your go-to. This platform, Urban Matters, Dry Bones Connection. We're going to try to, y'all guys, let me ask you a question. What if we could come together with these platforms and be the introducers and the masters in the Black community with this type of technology and this type of educating our culture? Man, that would be big. We
would need brother. We would need Professor and my brother D, because this is a new perspective of because even our jobs are now offering cybersecurity. They're the forefront. These two brothers here, to me, I see them as the forefront, as trying to, because the elderly, like my parents, who I'm having problems to. I handle my mom's accounts because she can't do no damn. She, the elderly is being pushed out the way with this new technology. That's the only thing I got a problem with because it's not simple. It's not simple for them. So y'all two brothers here is actually going to be. I would love to have both of y'all at different times to come on because I watched my own family. I'm going to speak my own experiences. Who, as they got old, they can't maneuver no more through this, and they getting scammed. I got an aunt who got scammed not too long ago.
My pops got scammed twice this year.
So this is where y'all come in at because they don't know, and so I look at what y'all saying, and I'm taking in everything y'all saying, and don't believe that I'm listening. We're gonna have a program on this for sure, and I see y'all to be the new people, the vanguards of the security, because I've had people call me and tell me, oh, somebody took my this. I'll be like, you would think people got what that thing called all these shields on your car, on your computer, but it's still not enough because I had a lady call me from work and she told me, and that happened to me, it tells you to hit this button and all of a sudden it says your computer's being taken over. But I found out you got to turn your computer off completely and wait a minute, and then it will go up because they're looking for you to go and try to call into Microsoft, this fake Microsoft they got, so you can get hacked. How do y'all how we reach that new generation? How do you deal with the elderly? Can we think of something for the elderly? Because I'm scared for the elderly right now. I really am in this era.
Here's the thing, Dr. Dry Bones. I specialize in scam research. I research scams, and one of the interesting things in that endeavor, I own a firewood business, and I sell firewood on the internet. I do very well with that. I sell barbecue wood. I sell heating wood, and I sell it off of Facebook Market. And now it's so sophisticated. I'm getting scammed by robots. I'm getting scammed by bots.
But I thought they tell you to say you. What's that thing that say you that sign that says click if you not? That's what I knew we was getting scammed. Click if you're not a robot. It's, it says click if you are not a robot.
Well, that's authentication, but it's really about understanding what you're reading, and I can teach that course because I research scams. You have to. So there's certain things that you have to know what a proper address looks like. You got to know what a fake address looks like, right? There's certain things.
IP address, Professor, IP address, right?
Well, no, not so much IP address in as much as the address that mail is coming from. And you have to understand something. It's called phishing. And the main goal is to click on something. That's the main goal, is to click.
That's the main goal, yeah.
If you click on it, that's the main. What is it that I can do or say to get you to click on that link? Because that link is tied to a program. That link could be a robot. That link could be software. But when you click on that link, you've given access to your system. Period.
And one thing else, anything plugged up is live. Even though you turn your system off, it's still live. It's still plugged up. So those a lot of elder people, they might won't be using it, but their system already been hacked, and they still can enter it unless you unplug it. You have to unplug those systems. If you're not using,
Professor,
unplug it.
D and Professor D. What's the name of that? You told me that little USB device you can put on your phone and your charger so that you won't be getting hacked through your car system, right? Some little device you told me. Because they can hack you, they can hack you through your car. If you got GPS and all that old fancy bells and whistles on your car can be hacked and they can steal your information through your cell phone charger.
So I explain that for you, right? So you can look it up. It's on YouTube, not YouTube, but it's on Amazon. Look on Amazon for a data blocker. So imagine this, right? So you rent a car and you put your USB in the charger and you use CarPlay, right? when you leave that car, you've left your data footprint in there too. So what you need is that device. I think it costs about $7, something like that, but it's called a data blocker. And you put it in between your charger card and the car so that it block your data. But vehicles consume your data, and you leave it. People really don't understand how you're leaving a digital footprint everywhere you go. Everything you do, you have no privacy. So what I'm teaching in the courses that I'm looking to educate the people that you want me to educate is to understand how to manage your digital footprint. You can't stop it. You can't, everything that you do, every move that you make, you know, there's some sort of data collection mechanism that's tracking what you're doing. Every move you make. So you have to understand these days how to move, as the boys would say. You know, you got to know that when you walk outside your house, you're being watched, even from a satellite. When I was in the Air Force, between 79 to 1985. Okay. And during that time, they had technology where a satellite can read the image of a penny. So I couldn't imagine what it can do now. So, so one of the things that we're working on is building an awareness. What we need in our communities is an awareness program. But, your people, they're not, I don't know, they'll pass. If I was going to have a revival and take people to Jesus or something like that, maybe they would take up a plate, and pay me. But right now, at this point, I do it out of love to my community. I've made so many corporate and government organizations money. They pimped me like a 2-bit hoe, but I had to make money. So the way I think at this point in my life now, I support grassroots organizations. That's my thing, because y'all can't, you're not going to pay me what these corporations were pimping me out as. They were pimping me out at $500, $600, $700 an hour. What did that do for my community? So I'm at a point now where, I'm building my own legacy, and this is what I'm destined to do in the name of my ancestors. I know that I'm supposed to do this.
Absolutely, absolutely. Hey, Professor D, Brother Drybone, listen, bro, this has been a good one. We're going to have to continue this tomorrow. Man, listen.
Much love to y'all.
Hey,
peace and love. Take my number down, man. Both of y'all brothers, please.
You got you.
Yeah, we got them. We got them, man. We got them. Hey, salute you guys, man. Let me give y'all guys a round of applause, man. Y'all dropped the bomb on their ass today, boy. We dropped that bomb on. So I gotta give y'all guys a round of applause. Thank you again, fellas. Thank you.